For a couple more. Answer it.
Brady, it seems like your players have really tempered their comments this week, Monday, last night. Is that by design? Is that sort of what you wanted them, how you wanted them to be?
Yeah, you know, I think anytime, you know, you have an opportunity and a platform to speak and talk about your teammates in Michigan and what you need to do is what we want to try and do.
But they made an express point not to really talk
Well,
about this
you know, they're pretty educated guys.
because they listen to you.
Oh, no, believe me, you all know better than that.
Just about the bye week again, was that really the first time for maybe the backs to really approach the rest of the season without Derek and maybe change that mindset a little bit of what it's going to look like going forward, having some time to actually, you know, maybe adjust on as opposed to on the fly?
You know, I haven't thought of it that way, but it's a pretty good point. You know, it really is. You know, where Davion knows he's got to be the lead back and or is the lead back. I think Justice has done unbelievably well and had good practices. But yeah, I think that's probably, even though you have that 1 week, that's 3 practices basically before the Penn State game. Yeah, I think this is something that he thought about, and you know, we were walking up the tunnel, and he was walking next to me after the game, and he said, "Boy, I played terrible." He said, "I missed more holes that were there," and you know, it's refreshing to hear a guy say that, and it also is refreshing when he fixes it.
What did you see from him this week?
I think he's had a very good week. I think he's had a good week. He missed the power yesterday. Should have taken it in the A gap, but you know, overall, I think he's had a good week.
To piggyback on Angelique's question there about just the general message you guys have had, you know, one of, it seems like giving Michigan State the respect they've earned,
Yeah, they
saying
have.
it's a rivalry, and then getting out of there. How much of that is, you guys are an underdog in this game, how much of that is protecting some maybe emotional advantage you might have with that?
Oh, I don't know. I think, you know, you can talk about underdogs, you can talk about those things. I think when you start talking about rivalry games, I think things change a little bit to some degree. You know, we just try and be pretty consistent as far as some of the things, you know, everybody talks about as a week different. Well, you want your consistency in how you prepare and when you do your goal line, when you do, you know, and as coaches, your mind are, you know, you're constantly, because you want your players to know the consistency of the week. Is there an added dimension to it with the intensity and those things? Yeah, and it's the good thing is it comes from the players. It doesn't have to come from a coach.
All right, we'll end with Dan.
Not to beat a dead horse to the same point here.
You
but-
probably will.
Yeah, I'm going to anyway.
I like it when you
Is
guys
that-
preface things.
This is a big one because it's the next one kind of attitude. Is that something that's a little bit new over the past few years? I think we've heard that phrase more and more. In your time coaching and playing in the game, was that not as popular? Is it then more
You know, I don't know, and I can go back to when I was an assistant for 8 years. You know, I just knew it was Michigan State week. You know, guys may miss a class here or there to prepare a little more. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. You know, to see more film or whatever in their preparation. You know, it just from that standpoint, you know, who wouldn't want to play a game like this, and who wouldn't want to get ready to prepare to go play your best football? And as you know, we've been evolving as a team, and that's what we need to do every week. So when you say it's the next game, yeah, it is. But it's a daggone important game because it's a great rivalry game.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks.